Planning a Disney vacation can be overwhelming, time-consuming, and expensive. But what if there was a better way to do it?
There absolutely is, and that's why we always call in an expert. Our friend and partner Ashley Dixon from Adventure Awaits by Ashley. She does all the research and work to make our trips easy and stress-free.
That's right. Thanks to Ashley, our time can be better spent choosing our favorite ears to match our outfits, or which lightning lanes, dining reservations, and enchanting extras we want, because she will book all of that for us.
And she saves us money because she can get deals on park tickets, resort hotel stays, and vacation plans that we can't even see ourselves. The best part? Her services are always free.
As a former cast member and annual pass holder at both Disneyland and Walt Disney World, nobody knows the parks better than Ashley. So what are you waiting for?
To book your next adventure to Disney and beyond, find Ashley on social media at Adventure Awaits by Ashley, or send her an email at adventureawaitsbyashley@gmail.com.
And make sure you mention that the Wonderful Thing About Disney podcast sent you. We just found a whole new way to enjoy our trips to the Disney parks. Where in the Park is a signature theme park seek and find game. Each game features images showcasing unique and often overlooked details inside the parks. Players explore the park at their own pace, looking for each image. Play solo or team up with friends and family. This makes the perfect addition to a park day, whether it's your first visit or your 100th. What's even better is that it's not only for Disney. Where in the Park offers packs for theme and amusement parks across the country. Make sure to check out Where in the Park and all the different games they have to offer. Use our code WONDERFUL at checkout for 10% off your next purchase. Happy searching.
Hi, I'm Jake.
And I'm Ashley.
And this is the Wonderful Thing About Disney podcast.
Because Disney's a wonderful thing. Come on down, stop on by, hop a carpet, and fly with us as we discuss the parks, treats, and all things Disney, with new episodes every wonderful Wednesday.
What's up, Dingle Hoppers? Happy Wonderful Wednesday. You guys, we missed you. I feel like it's been so long. And you're like, Jake, it's only been a week. Yeah, but we were like on the other side of the planet.
Other side of the world.
I know. We went on this grand adventure to Japan.
Which was amazing.
It was amazing. You guys, we loved it. Japan's incredible.
I mean, there are people who are like, oh no, I would move to Japan. I see it.
Yeah, no,
Yep.
Absolutely. I could totally do it. And I think we would be very happy there.
Yeah.
Amazing. But we went to Tokyo Disneyland.
Of course.
Crossed another castle off our list. You guys, we want to preface this episode by saying there were multiple people before we left who said this is their favorite Disney park. And I'm like, there's no way. There's no way. Some of these individuals are like hardcore Disneyland or hardcore Walt Disney World people. And they're like, no, Tokyo Disneyland's the place. I'm like, there's no way. Not a chance.
Oh, yeah. Nope, totally is.
No, we get it now.
Yep.
Like, we get it. And we're going to tell you all about it in this episode and tell you why. But, like, we have to preface this episode by saying, like, our eyes have been opened.
Yes.
We get it now.
I think this is my favorite.
Whoa.
Like, I mean, it's hard to beat, like, Disneyland. Disneyland is Disneyland is like the OG. So
right.
I feel like a Disneyland's always going to be kind of like number one when you rank it.
But
this is like a very, very close.
Oh, I don't know. I'm dying to go back. I loved it. Like, I get it now. And so
let's get into it.
Let's talk about it. So a couple weeks ago, we shared an episode where we were preparing for our Tokyo Disneyland trip. So you guys knew we were going. We'll talk a little bit about what preparations we took and whether that paid off, if we missed the mark or how it worked. But when we went on this trip, let's tell you guys about how we approached our day, what we learned, what we saw, what we experienced, and why Tokyo Disneyland is absolutely amazing.
I thought you were going to say why it's our favorite.
Well, I was going to save that for the end, spoiler alert, but here we are.
Okay.
Why it's our new favorite park.
Yeah. Okay, so let's start off by saying, so we landed in Japan about 2 p.m. Tokyo time.
Yeah, on a Saturday.
Yes, and we didn't know how long it was going to take us to get through customs, so we didn't really have anything planned for that day. So we
which I think was wise, really quick too, because I mean, again, you're traveling. We're 15 hours time difference and stuff, and I will say going over there wasn't really that bad as far as the jet lag or anything. Coming home has been brutal.
I've been up at like 2:30 a.m. the past like 3 nights. I cannot, I don't know. Even melatonin is not really helping.
No. But going like east to west, it really isn't that terrible. Going west to east,
It's so bad, guys.
it is.
It's
Like
so bad.
we can jump over to Florida and be 2 hours difference, and it's not that bad. But like from Japan coming home is brutal.
It's so bad.
But again, whether it was adrenaline, excitement, just stuff to do, it really wasn't that bad when we landed on Saturday. But
No.
we kept it light, and we knew that we would be going to the parks Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We thought
Correct.
from what we had heard and what we read, going in the middle of the week was a better approach than going on the weekend. I think that paid off. I think it was smart.
Yeah, and getting ahead of ourselves a little bit. So yeah, we went to the park Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You could totally tell a difference even between Monday and Tuesday. Tuesday and Wednesday were completely like less crowded
Oh, yeah.
than Monday. But
So
anyway.
we tried to avoid the weekend altogether.
Yes.
So we kept it light, and we knew we would be checking into the Disneyland hotel on Sunday. So we needed a place to stay for one night. And since we knew we would be kind of on that side of town or that side of the city, we decided to stay at the Hilton Tokyo Bay, which is literally across the alley street, right next door to the Toy Story Hotel.
Yeah. And this was kind of like, I don't know what made me think of it, but all of a sudden I was like, wait, I'm pretty sure I heard people say that there's a Hilton that's right like on the Disney monorail loop. So when we checked it out, we were like, oh yeah, this is a great kind of like budget friendly option compared to other Disney owned hotels.
Yeah.
So we were like, yeah, let's stay here.
And you guys, it was great.
It was so great.
It was a great hotel. One, it's right there at the monorail stop. Two, there's a full restaurant in there. There's also plenty of shops. It is a Disney Good Neighbor hotel. They even had a Disney merch gift shop in there that was honestly pretty impressive.
That's where I bought my first pair of ears.
So there you go. So again, honestly, we were very, very happy staying at the Hilton Tokyo Bay. It was very nice, very comfortable for 3 of us.
Yeah.
I mean, that was kind of this hidden gem surprise that I didn't think we had on our radar, but it was really great.
And our view, we had a view of the parks too,
Yeah.
so we could see the parks. We saw the nighttime fireworks.
We did.
I did. You fell asleep.
Well, I was tired.
Anyway.
But that was our first night. And
Yes.
again, we decided once we had gotten in, we're going to go to visit Downtown Disney, which they call XBRE.
Yeah, and I think kind of take what you know of Downtown Disney, and that's really not it. Like, it's Disney Springs, but more elegant, I guess.
I could say that.
And
almost more of like a shopping mall.
I was going to say, yes, not as Disney-fied.
Correct.
There's a Disney store, but that's
Yes.
about it. Like, if it weren't for, like, knowing your exact location, to your point, you wouldn't know that you were right next to Disney.
Right. And again, there were lots of food options there, lots of just generic shops and other things, but it definitely did not feel like a traditional downtown Disney
No,
like
not at
we're
all.
used to over here in the States. But that being said, it was nice. We were able to find some food there. The Disney store that was there was cool. I would almost say I kind of preferred the Disney shop inside our hotel to
Yeah.
the Disney store.
Yeah.
But again, it was fine. So all that to say, if you don't make it to XBRE, I wouldn't feel bad.
I agree.
I don't think there was anything exclusive to that area that we found that we didn't find in the parks or at our Good Neighbor hotel.
I agree. Yep. No, that's great.
Cool. And I will say that of our whole trip, our whole time in Tokyo, it was probably the toughest to navigate XBRE than it was anywhere in Tokyo or anywhere else on our trip.
Well, and one thing about Tokyo is, like, if you're looking for a specific shop, you know, and you Google map it, it's just like, oh, I'm here. Great. Well, it just takes you to the street level. And then you're like, okay, well, I'm here. Where is my shop? To find out that the shop that you want is 4 floors up from where you currently
Right.
are. So that was very similar to this, like trying to navigate it. You're like, well, I should be right here, but where is this? Oh, you have to take this alley that doesn't even look like an alley all the way behind this
Just a little
restaurant
tricky.
to find the Pandora store.
Right. We did find it eventually.
We did.
But anyway. Okay. So let's talk about checking in to the Tokyo Disneyland Hotel.
Amazing.
Right? So like we pulled up and You know, they greet us at the door. There's this amazing, beautiful fountain of Sorcerer Mickey and all the broomsticks like dumping water. It's
I was
gorgeous.
already in love without even walking inside the hotel.
I know, but then you do walk inside. You guys, this is not lip service. I have stayed at some amazing places in Florida on property. I've stayed in some amazing places in Las Vegas. This might be the most beautiful hotel I have ever seen in my entire life.
The only thing, I think the chandelier at the Disneyland Paris hotel was more impressive.
Sure, because it has the freaking castle.
Yes. However.
But that lobby.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
It will take your breath away. And we checked in at night, you guys. Like, we were out on Sunday doing different activities and stuff around Tokyo.
Yeah.
And then came and checked in. It's gorgeous. Like, I don't know how to describe it other than it is awe-inspiring. It's huge. It's massive. There's these full-length windows in the back that go up multiple stories. There's this beautiful fountain. Like, it's just incredible architecture.
Yes. Yep,
just
you have
beautiful.
The one elevator that you can go through the lobby where it has, I mean, you go probably up 4 or 5 floors.
Yeah.
And you can see the entire lobby through that whole elevator. Yeah. Just gorgeous.
Just the size and scale of it all was absolutely mind-blowing.
Yeah.
So many really cute touches, paintings, murals, art pieces all around. There's a statue of Mickey and Minnie and kind of like these, you know, dapper little outfits and stuff. It was unbelievable. And the guests, the check-ins for everything was guest services was incredible, phenomenal, very friendly.
Yep.
Very easy to accommodate us. And again, everyone spoke English. I know that was something some people had wondered about before we got there, but it was just a non-issue. Like, they took such amazing care of us from the minute we walked in the door.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. To your point, enough English that you could communicate. And then as we were checking in, we wanted to make sure that we got our happy entry tickets because you have to get those separately. So she printed essentially like a receipt that had a QR code on it for both Monday and Wednesday for us going into the Disneyland side.
And let me just say, like, the Disneyland Hotel is very, very, very nice there. They also have a couple other very, very nice hotels, or so we've heard, because we couldn't go inside. But this is the one criticism or critique I will say, is that we got our happy entry, which gets you into the park before the crowd. However, it only got us happy entry into Disneyland.
Correct,
It would not work at DisneySea. If we wanted to get into DisneySea early, we would have had to jump over to the other hotel.
Yeah.
Which is kind of annoying. But regardless,
yeah,
it was amazing. Let's talk about our room.
Yeah, so our room, so cute. I mean, plenty of space for the 3 of us.
Sure.
2 beds and then kind of like an alcove bed.
Yeah, there's like a little mattress sitting area, almost like a couch, but a deep couch. But I will say those were 2 twin beds.
Yes.
And so our son, who's now 18, he had one bed and you and I had the other, and it was cuddly.
It was.
It was close quarters, but the bathroom was awesome.
The bathroom, yeah.
Shower, the tub, amazing.
Yeah, very spacious.
Yeah, and it really did, though. It really felt like there was plenty of space. You didn't feel cramped in there at all. I would say that was one thing that we had heard about visiting Japan, is that hotel rooms or spaces were very, very tight. I did not feel that here.
No, not here. And it kind of carried the Mickey and Minnie. You called them dapper, but you know, Mickey's kind of in like a tuxedo. Minnie has like a little polka dot umbrella. Carried that theme through the room as well.
Yeah, no, it was amazing. And when you open up the windows, you look down into the courtyard.
Yep, we had a courtyard view. Yep.
That looks overlooking the monorail and everything. And it was just the perfect way to build the hype for the next morning. So we get all settled, we go to bed, we wake up the next morning, and this is where we had heard a rumor that you have to get outside the parks early, like as in hours early. And I'm like, there's no way. So we woke up and it was, say the park opened at 9. I mean, we were up by 7. And I look out the window and there's already a line.
A massive line
line of people.
Yeah. Now, again, we had happy entry, which means we could get into the park at 8:45.
Right.
I think our plan was to get down there about 8 o'clock.
Sure.
Which is 45 minutes before happy entry.
Yeah.
Which I think was great.
Sure.
On Monday, there were still a ton of people in front of us.
Yep.
However, yeah, if you don't have happy entry, even if you do have happy entry, you have to get to these parks early.
And this is just something that's part of the culture, guys, is that people show up early and everybody comes and they just sit down on the ground and they wait for the park to open. And this is something that my cousin Katie had mentioned to us when she and Marcus were there, is that everyone had these little plastic mats. Mm-hmm. And in Japan, everyone was very, very respectful of space, I would say, even though it's a very busy city. Everyone respects your space. And that's where the mat comes in, because everybody had this little plastic mat that they sat on the ground. No one touched your mat. No one went by your mat. So, like, when everyone shows up early in the morning, like 2 hours before the gates open, everyone sets out their mat, they've got their umbrellas or their snacks, and they just hang out and wait. And that is what you do.
Yeah.
So you just need to be prepared for that.
Yes.
But once we were there, you know, everything gets exciting. They have all of the characters like Mickey, Minnie, Goofy, Donald, Chip and Dale. They all come just inside the gate and they start waving at all the guests, and everybody just gets like super excited, but nobody like pushes you. No one like rushes or anything. Again, everyone was very respectful of your personal space.
Yep.
But there was like this palpable excitement even before they opened, and that's where it was so cool to have the characters right there before they opened the gates.
Yeah. And the only way that we got to see that, again, was because we had happy entry and we were able to go essentially a line further. We were able to go right up against the gates. So to get into happy entry, you have to show your receipt with your QR code.
Yep.
And then once you get towards the gate, before you scan your ticket, that's when you will give the cast member your receipt. So there's like a double check there. So there is no like, oh, I can sneak into happy entry. No, that's not happening.
Right. Okay. So the gates are opening. We had a game plan of kind of where we wanted to go, but this is where there are two particular passes that were unique to this time that we visited. Let's talk about the difference between the Premier Pass and the 40th Anniversary Pass.
Yeah, so we touched on this in our prepping episode. So really fast, your Disney Premier Pass, which is your DPA pass, are the ones that you have to pay for. So depending upon the ride is how much they'll be. They're anywhere from like 1,500 yen to 2,200 yen a person.
Right.
So those rides in the Disneyland side that you have to pay for are Beauty and the Beast, Baymax, and Splash Mountain.
Yep.
Then you have shows that you can pay for a reserved spot, which we'll get more into. But those for Disneyland were Harmony in Color, the Tokyo Disneyland Electrical Parade Dreamlights, and their nighttime show Reach for the Stars.
Yep.
Then you have your 40th Anniversary Pass, and this is your free pass. So this was Big Thunder Mountain, Pooh's Honey Hunt, Haunted Mansion, Star Tours, and Monsters, Inc. Ride and Go Seek.
Yeah.
So you can see the difference between what you have to pay for.
Right. So as soon as you scan in, then this opens up for you and you're able to go in and make your selections.
Correct.
I will say that doing happy entry at Disneyland and not having happy entry at DisneySea, I didn't feel like we had any problem getting the passes that we wanted to get.
No.
Which was a pleasant surprise. But once we scanned in, our objective was, let's go to Beauty and the Beast and rope drop that.
Yep.
And on our way, we purchased a happy entry to buy Baymax, which we could go on at 9:05, so immediately after. And then the first free pass that we got was Monsters, Inc.
Yep, for 9:20.
And then we also paid for the reserved seating for the electrical parade because we wanted a good spot. And again, like as we're walking quickly, we're in there and I bought both. And by that time, like we were still, I know we were early because again, Baymax was at 9:05 and then our spot for the electrical parade reserve seating was like A6. And we'll talk about that in a minute. But like, again, if you are on top of it and get in, no problems whatsoever. And I mean, again, stuff did sell out eventually.
Yeah, we'll get there. The free passes went obviously a lot quicker than your paid ones.
Right. But I mean, they were available. So
yes.
Again, you could get them whether you had happy entry or not.
Yep.
So we go straight to Beauty and the Beast.
Yep.
Do you want to start talking about this? Because I might cry.
So, I mean, you've probably seen on social media the premise behind this, but it's the Enchanted Tale of Beauty and the Beast. So it essentially tells the story. And it starts essentially where Belle gets into the castle. Mm-hmm. So you have a whole pre-show.
That pre-show was sick.
That Beast animatronic, amazing.
If any of you guys have ridden the Navi River Journey and you saw the avatar that they had, and it was like super impressive. I haven't ever heard anyone who wasn't impressed by that. Same level of that blew my mind with an animatronic when we saw the Beast in the pre-show.
Well, even the sound too, like when the Beast roars, is that the right word?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The castle shook.
Amazing. Yeah.
It was incredible.
Incredible. Okay, so
Falling petals from the enchanted flower, like it was nuts.
Yeah.
Now, the one thing that we did do is we went all the way over to the left, as far in as we could go against the doors.
Correct.
That was really helpful because after the pre-show, they open the doors and then they let you in. And there are 2 different sides to the queue line that you can pick.
Yes.
Go right, people.
Always go to the right.
At least on this ride.
Correct, yes.
But
on this one,
it's a little bit shorter, but 2, they take that line first when they fill the ride vehicles.
Not just that, but I mean, spoiler alert, we went on this multiple times. We went on the right side and the left side. If you want the better views of the ride, go to the right.
This is that hard-hitting analysis that you follow us for, people. Like, we're experts. We are there for you.
Yeah.
Go to the right.
At least for us. Every time we went to the right, we had the better views of everything.
Before we get on the ride, like, the outside, it's a full-on castle.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Scale, the detailing, incredible.
Suits of armor. Yeah.
And then, like, I mean, it almost had like a feeling like going into Hogwarts at Universal.
Oh, yeah.
Like, very, very detailed. Very cool. And then once you're in the queue line itself, like inside, there's so many little things that are happening around you that you can watch and look at and see and hear. And I mean, it's all just awesome.
Yeah.
There's a really cool hidden Mickey, which was like the only hidden Mickey we found the whole time over there.
One. Yeah.
But then the ride vehicles show up and they're freaking teacups.
They're so cute. So we were the first ones on the ride.
I know.
The very first ones, front row.
Yeah.
It was great.
It was amazing. And I don't know how much detail you want to go into with this, but you guys, I have no reservation in saying that this just took the number 1 spot for me in the greatest ride attraction that the Imagineers have ever built.
Oh, I said, yeah, this is the best ride Disney's ever made.
You know that we love Radiator Springs Racers. This topped it.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. And we rode it 3 times this trip.
At least. We'll see. We'll get into it.
But it was emotional. It was inspiring. It blew your mind in terms of scale. And this is where the first time that I kind of actually felt and realized one of the biggest differences with Tokyo Disneyland is the scale, the size. It's not just in how big the parks are laid out geographically, it's in the attractions. The ceilings are higher. They have more space to work with. It doesn't feel cramped or like squoze into a spot. And also this ride actually is long.
It is. That is one thing. I felt like I definitely got, the bang for your buck. Like this wasn't a 30-second ride. This was, you went through the entire Be Our Guest song, and then you went through the entire scene where they're in the snow and they're, throwing the snowballs. Then you went through the entire scene of where Gaston's trying to break into the tower. And then you get into essentially their happily ever after. Yep, in the ballroom. I mean...
And it just kept going.
Yeah.
Not in a bad way, but in the most magical way where you just felt spoiled on that ride. And then even as you leave, like just more decor on the exit, and it's fantastic.
But the transition too. Like from how he goes from being a beast...
You guys...
to being turned back into a human. I don't know how they did it.
I know that I could go on YouTube, and I know there's people who will like tell you the secret behind it. I will never do it because it blew my mind.
Yeah.
It was just incredible, and I never want to know. I just want to live in the magic.
Yeah.
But for anyone who's a Beauty and the Beast fan, Ashley, we're talking to you, our travel guide, Ashley. You got to do it.
Yeah.
You have to experience it. It was a masterpiece.
Yep.
Absolute masterpiece. So... we get off that ride. It's 9:05. We can go on Baymax, and we can already pick another Premier Pass, which we paid for Splash Mountain because your boy was going on Splash Mountain.
Yeah, because real quick reminder for this one, not like in the US parks where you have to scan into the ride first before you can pick another one. This is as soon as your arrival time starts, you can pick another one.
Yeah.
So right at 9:05, yep, we paid for a DPA pass for Splash Mountain.
Yep. And by the time we got off of Beauty and the Beast, we could already pick another anniversary pass, and we chose Haunted Mansion. So that was exciting.
Yep.
Let's talk about Baymax, though, because again, we saw videos, we heard that it was a thing. Mm-hmm. This ride is freaking awesome.
It's so cute.
All it is like similar to Mater's Junkyard Jamboree or Alien Swirling Saucers.
But it's Baymax.
And there is a whole soundtrack. You can buy the whole soundtrack on iTunes, by the way.
Oh, can you really?
You really can. There is a selection of songs that this ride plays. And you guys, the cast and the guests have a dance for every single song.
And you can try and follow along because the cast members do the dance as the ride is going.
Right.
So if you're watching them, you can kind of follow along as to what you're supposed to be doing.
And it was still earlier in the day, so I think people were kind of mellow. But I'm like, if I'm riding Baymax, I'm dancing. And the cast members don't hold back. Like, they're going off as they're operating the ride. And so I just tried to follow them. And then before long, like, everyone's like clapping and taking pictures and everyone else is dancing too. Like, it was awesome. Mm-hmm. Absolutely lived up to the hype.
Yeah.
It's so cool. And I wish that we would just dance carefree and love Baymax the way that the people of Japan do, because it was so rad.
Yeah. All of the Baymax merch too. Like the one store, it was just Baymax.
Yeah. And there's plenty of it.
I mean, you name it, they had it.
And plenty of your buddy Stitch too. He was everywhere.
We'll get into Stitch.
So after we're done here, we went to Monsters, Inc. Ride and Go Seek. Mm-hmm. That might low-key be the most pleasantly surprising ride we did this whole trip. It was really fun.
Yeah, so think kind of, I mean, it's not like Astro Blasters. It's not like Buzz because you're not keeping score.
Right.
But kind of like if you've ever been to Universal and you've been on the Men in Black, that's exactly what it was. Like you used a flashlight and you had to light up all of the Monsters, Inc. helmets.
Yep.
And then
it would like activate. There would be some motion or something that would trip off, and it was cool. It was just really fun. Yeah. And I know that like people are super sad when Monsters Inc. was announced that it was getting taken out of Disneyland, and I know everyone is kind of in their feels about Monsters Inc. Land coming to Hollywood Studios. But if they do a ride like that,
it would be amazing.
It was really fun, you guys.
Was cute.
Like, I'm like, okay, I'm sorry I doubted you, Imagineers. Like, this could be really awesome.
And it takes your picture at the end, too.
It does take your picture. We didn't know. The picture was not great for us. But now you know. Yeah. Because we told you. Yep. Because we love you.
Yep. So it's now 9:50 in the morning. So that means that we can pick another show if we want to pay for another show through our DPA pass. So we decided to pay for Reach for the Stars, which is their nighttime show. Mm-hmm. Yep. So we reserved seats for that.
Awesome. Yep. So then we grabbed some lunch at Tomorrowland Terrace. We did the Mickey Chicken Nuggets, which were fun. They obviously taste better Mickey-shaped than regular. Yeah. I tried the BLT burger, which was like a barbecue burger, and their barbecue sauce kind of tasted like salsa to me. It was kind of chunky.
I remember you saying
but
that,
it was still good. Yep. It was great. The Baymax drink, though, I think it was tasty.
It was good.
I loved it.
Yep.
It was good. And that's where we tried our first Mickey churro.
But when we say Mickey churro, like it's Mickey shaped.
Yeah, the churro is Mickey shaped.
Yeah.
Mouse ear shaped.
Yeah.
It was amazing. Now, I will say, I had been warned that the churros are not the same. And you guys, this was no Disneyland churro. No. Nothing is. No. Not even you, Walt Disney World. Your second-rate churros. But honestly, if you get the churro and it's warm, it's really pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
The way that I would compare this is if anybody has ever, like, you know the difference between white bread and wheat bread? Or you get something that, like, say you have a pita or a pizza crust that's white, normally flour, and then you use wheat flour. It just tastes different. Like a little bit different consistency, a little bit different taste. That's the best way I can describe this churro. It didn't have as much of the filling to it as we like. And so I could see where if it was cold, it probably wouldn't be as good and be a little dry. But it was all right. It was good. Yeah. I was happy. It's a churro. Yeah. Cinnamon sugar. Sign me up. Yeah. So anyway, now at this point, we get another free pass and they were all gone. And it's only 11:23 in the morning.
Yeah, so that's the thing is the reason we picked Monsters, Inc. Ride and Go Seek is because when we went in, Pooh's Honey Hunt was down, so we couldn't pay for one. And then I think we just got so busy, so excited in the morning that we forgot to check back.
Yeah.
And by that point, it
was a rookie mistake, gone, you guys. So we're human, okay? Yeah. We tried, but it was gone. Now, I will say it was much busier on Monday, as you mentioned, than Tuesday and Wednesday.
Yep.
So that was kind of our approach, is feeling like it was a little busy. We wanted to make sure we got on as much as possible. So we really did try and stay up with it, and especially on the paid passes. But yeah, those went quickly. And so just know that a couple hours in on a busy day, those free ones
were gone. Yep.
So we did some shopping. And then we went on It's a Small World.
With Groot. Guys, this is my favorite version of It's a Small World. Yeah. It's adorable.
Well, and I will say that it does feel different. And again, the size and the scale, it's just, it feels, I know It's a Small World's pretty tall ceiling. Those are big rooms, but this one just felt, again, bigger, a little more spread out. They were able to do a little more detail and stuff, but having Groot on there and his friends.
I was going to say, he brings all the Avengers with him.
And it was so cool.
Yeah, all the Marvel characters.
And like Loki, my favorite part of that whole thing. Loki, no pun intended.
Loki wasn't in there.
He wasn't. But like hearing the Avengers theme song in It's a Small World.
Yeah, to like It's a Small World kind of theme. Yeah.
Just imagine the It's a Small World sound playing Avengers theme song. It was hilarious and awesome. And it was so good. It was so fun.
It was quite entertaining.
It was great. Yeah. Loved it.
Yeah.
And then we went over to the Haunted Mansion.
Yeah. So this one, again, the outside looks very similar to Disney World.
Yeah.
And I would argue that the ride essentially was Disney World as well. Pretty
much. Yeah, not quite as many rooms or scenes. Yes. And I've learned that thanks to our friend Justin, because there was not the attic scene and some of the other things. But, I mean, it was good.
I will say this one is darker.
It is darker inside.
Much darker.
They use more red lights than what our regular Haunted Mansions do, but it was missing a very key piece. A very key character.
I know.
The Hatbox Ghost was not there.
That's okay.
I know. Womp womp.
Yeah. But what I did enjoy about this is the library scene. The books actually moved.
That was cool.
Like, not just in and out of the shelves, but like even the books on the floor
that was
too.
Really, really neat.
That was the first thing I noticed. And I was like, okay, this is really cool.
Yeah. So Haunted Mansion fans, it does have a few elements that are a little bit different. But if you're going for an expectation, think Walt Disney World. And it was good. Yeah. Again, no Hatbox Ghost, but the biggest letdown of all, and Justin warned me beforehand, there's no merch. There's no store.
Yeah, there's
nothing Haunted Mansion.
No Haunted Mansion merch.
The only Haunted Mansion thing I found the entire trip was in the gift shop at the Good Neighbor Hotel, the Hilton. They had one sculpture of Madame Leota.
Oh, I don't even remember that.
Yeah. It was just one. That's the only thing I saw the whole time.
Yeah.
I was sad.
Yeah.
But we still loved it.
Yeah.
It's great. And then it was time.
Our
return to Splash Mountain.
You, I don't think, have ever been happier.
I took more pictures of Splash Mountain alone than I took, like, all the rest of the days in the park.
Or the entire trip.
Hey, I love this ride.
I know.
I was so excited. And it was just to be able to go back to Splash Mountain again. And you guys, there were just so many things about this to love. This is the greatest Splash Mountain of any Splash Mountain they've ever made.
Yeah, because I was like, okay, like I don't want to be soaked. I don't want to walk around all day like with wet shoes and wet clothes. But
I was willing to risk it, but I know that you don't like being wet.
No, and I think that's also something is like in Japan, people will come very dressed up or in you know costumes. So I think that is also something to the culture. Is like when they built this, they also knew like, hey, we can't make it like Disneyland. You can't get baptized because I don't think people would go on.
Yeah, no, you can't get annihilated by going on Splash Mountain. It won't work. You guys, when I say this is the best one, there's a lot of reasons. One, like Ashley touched on, they perfected the log. Mm-hmm. Like, you get the perfect amount of spray only. Nothing came over the sides.
Nope.
The inside of the log never got wet. Our shoes never got wet.
Nope.
All you got was just a spray in the face and on your chest. And honestly, it was kind of refreshing because it was a hot day.
It was hot.
They do the side-by-side seating, so you have 2 in each row.
Yep.
I thought that was really great. But even as you go up to it, you guys, there is so much. Like, again, Splash Mountain is kind of its own mini land in and of itself. There's a restaurant there that has a top level and a bottom level. You can go down and sit right next to the river as the logs come around. Yep. But like even the queue is massive.
It's so massive.
And it's all underground, and it looks like this whole infrastructure of underground tunnels and the root systems and everything. Like, I was so freaking hyped by the time that we got there.
Yeah, because I was expecting to board very similar to Disney World or Disneyland, where you kind of board like outside. No, you still board the vehicle in these tunnels.
Yeah, you're underground.
Yeah.
And then when you do come out, it takes you around a little bend, and that is where all of the other guests line up, and they all just start clapping and cheering for you, like wishing you well, cheering you on before you go into Splash Mountain again and get blasted. But it was everything that I missed and loved. You guys, this will always be my favorite ride. It did not disappoint. It was amazing. We went 3 times, and I could have gone 3 more. I could have just ridden it all day.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah. So after Splash Mountain, we kind of took it a little easy. We did some more shopping, just kind of hung out, because I think we were all kind of feeling it. We were a little tired.
We were just really just exploring because we wanted to take in like everything this park had to offer. So we really did our best to go into almost every shop and just kind of look through. But again, like the park is really big, and we'd stayed mostly on the right side up until this point. We hadn't even really gone near the castle.
No, we really didn't. So this is where we did go up near the castle, and there's actually a gift shop kind of inside the castle that has a lot of like stained glass art.
Glass etching.
Yep. So this is where we found your Rapunzel stained glass bookmark.
It's beautiful, and I love it.
And I got a castle stained glass, kind of like a coaster.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
That's like my favorite memento from the park. Like, it was really pretty. But again, like the shopping areas, you guys are busy. Just be aware. I mean, they're busy. There is some order to it, but if there was anywhere that I felt really tight and cramped and stuff, it was probably in the shops.
Yeah, I would agree.
So, and I would say even in the queue lines, you didn't really feel that. And one of the biggest differences in the queue lines is some of them are more of just a funnel shape. Like, you get into the queue line and it's just like an open area, and then naturally as you progress up the queue, it slowly gets narrower and narrower, and people just kind of find their way. But like, it wasn't anyone like trampling over you, pushing their way through. You just naturally just found your way forward.
Well, and I think that's also because in Japan, again, like you mentioned, everyone likes their personal space and everyone respects it. So when you're funneling, you're just like, okay, I'm just going to follow the person that's in front of me. Well, then the cast members are like, hey, let's fill in this empty space. Like, they want to be efficient. So all of a sudden, you've knocked down your 45-minute wait time to 30 minutes, because it's not like you're cutting people off, but it's like, hey, here's this literal empty space that I'm going to go fill because nobody else will.
Right.
Not being rude, but it's just...
Yeah, absolutely. So after we were done there, we went and got some content in front of the castle. You guys, the castle is beautiful. I mean, it is very similar to Cinderella's castle in Walt Disney World, but the grounds around it, the space around it, the scale around it is just
so open.
Yes.
So open.
Well, and again, like, it doesn't feel as hectic. You don't have people standing on top of each other in line for photo pass or anything else. And there's just, again, there's so much space. And I don't think that we can really accurately describe the scale of these parks. Like, they are so wide open. Even the walkways are more wide enough that you could take a parade down them as opposed to just walking areas. So that part was really great. And the castle is gorgeous. I mean, we could have spent hours just taking different pictures and angles of that. So, and then we decided that while we're here, let's go explore Tom Sawyer Island.
Yeah, which was fun.
It was fun, and it was a little different. There were some other differences. It didn't have the pirate feel or flair for it.
Yep, no pirate theme.
But there was a splash pad on it.
Yeah.
and there was still like barrel bridges, and you actually got to go up inside Tom Sawyer's treehouse and
the fort.
The fort too, you guys. We got to go in the fort.
Yeah, which was cool.
Open up the fort, Cousin Josh. Open it back up. Open the gates.
Yeah.
But that was really cool, and it was just fun to walk around, and it was a really great break in the shade. You could just go explore the island and then, just kind of reset, which was nice.
Yeah. So then from here, we decided that we wanted to get dinner. So on our way over to the Queen of Hearts banquet hall, we actually passed. So while we were in Tokyo, it was Vanellope's Sweet Pop World.
Yeah.
So she had a little parade/cavalcade, because it wasn't a full-on parade, but it was a little more than a cavalcade. So we kind of got to see that as we walked.
No, it was
which was cute.
And this was the first time I noticed, their floats. We'd heard the floats are great there.
They're massive. They're amazing, colorful,
detailed.
Yep.
And also the performers in the parade, their costumes were immaculate. And it was just a nice little taste before we got to experience, the bigger parade. But it was really, really cool. Queen of Hearts banquet hall.
Yeah.
I thought it was really good.
I thought it was really good too. And we got a dessert.
Yeah.
And with the dessert, we got a souvenir plate, which I didn't know that we would get. So we got a little Alice in Wonderland little plate.
Yeah, it was
cute.
Cool.
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed the cafeteria style eating. I thought that was great. I don't know. I kind of wish we had more of that here. I really liked that. And it gave you some options, but it was very efficient in the moving of the line and stuff. So it was great for us when we were tired and just not really sure where to go or what to do.
Yeah.
It just worked. It was easy, kind of refreshing. Got us back on our feet.
It was definitely refreshing, because this was also where I think we kind of rehydrated, because we were a little dehydrated. Because unlike the U.S. parks, you can't just go up and ask for a glass of water. That's not a thing. Okay, so this is where you either had to go to a gift shop and get a bottle of water, knowing that it's going to be warm, or you had to stand in a pretty long line for the vending machines.
Yeah. That's just kind of your only options. But if you do go to a place like a restaurant or something like that, they have just little cups and water filling station right there that you can do that. And so it was good.
Yeah. So from dinner, we went over to Mickey's PhilharMagic, which same as the U.S. parks.
Right.
But cute.
Yeah, it was cute. And again, great place to sit down and close your eyes if you choose to partake in that.
Which you did.
I did.
But the posters were really cute. It even had some art on the inside of it as well, which I enjoyed.
Like even some props as well from some of the shorts and movies and other things, which was super, super cool.
Yeah.
I really liked that. And then we did Peter Pan, which very similar to the Disney World version of Peter Pan.
Yep.
Nothing super extravagant or different or exciting there.
Yep.
But then we went to Tiki Room.
And
that was full of surprises.
Because this Tiki Room features Stitch.
Yeah. It's different. It is different. And I saw things that I did not expect to see.
Yeah, it was cute how Stitch interacts, kind of how he pops up.
Oh, great animatronic.
Yeah.
Not to spoil it, but it's really, really fun. It is a very different spin on the Tiki Room.
Yes. Yeah. If you're looking for the traditional Tiki Room, you're not going to find that here.
No. But it was fun. It was really cool. I'm glad we got to experience that. And so by this time now, it's dusk, it's night, and it was time for us to watch the Disneyland Electrical Parade, Dreamlights.
Yep. Which, this parade, oh my gosh, absolutely amazing.
Right.
It's not Main Street Electrical Parade, and it's not Paint the Night. It's not Starlight. I hate Starlight, but anyway.
Whoa. Okay.
It's no surprise I don't like Starlight.
Still.
It's just it had the nostalgia of the Main Street Electrical Parade, but it's just so much better.
Yeah, it really was. And I remember in the moment you leaned over to me and said, "Is this better than Paint the Night?" And I was like, "Whoa!"
I know. I was like, "Ooh."
I know. That's when I knew you were drinking the Kool-Aid. I knew it. So that parade was amazing, you guys. Must do for sure. Definitely worth seeing it. I do want to say, though, this was our first experience taking advantage of the reserved seating. And as we were walking around, I noticed on the ground that there were little circles and they had letters and numbers. And I was like, what does that even mean? But they're everywhere. And I just didn't really think anything of it until it came time for us to go to the parade. And then we went because we knew we had reserved seating, which I thought, oh, maybe we're going to sit in one of these chairs over here. No. That is where you pull out your mat and you sit down. And I realized that every one of these little circles was a designated spot.
Yep.
So when we purchased our reserved seating in the morning and we were like, oh, we're A6 or whatever, we were front row on the street.
Yep.
Everyone sits. No one stands up.
Nope. Everybody
sits. You all sit and you just watch. And it is so organized and orderly. And it makes my OCD so freaking happy. And I wish we would bring this to our domestic parks.
This would never work in the domestic parks. First off, you don't have the amount of space.
That's the biggest kicker, is you just don't have the space.
But also, it would never work. Like, people are not nice enough. Like, you would have people who want to stand. You would have kids just being unruly. Like,
no, it was amazing, though.
It was so amazing. But it
was
would never
so
work
nice that you just knew where you were going to sit and you had plenty of space and no one was on top of each other. And everyone had a great view. And it was awesome.
Yep.
And I love it so much. Japan, you are a beautiful, magnificent creature. And I just loved it. And I thought in that moment, contrast this to watching a parade on Main Street in Paris. And y'all know we love Disneyland Paris. But I've never felt more stepped on, pushed around, cramped as I did in Disneyland Paris. This was nothing like that.
Nope.
And I was like, these are my people.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right. So it's almost the end of the night now. We saw the parade. We knew we were going to watch Reach for the Stars, but we tried the creme brulee churro.
It was stupid good.
It was stupid. It had no business being that good.
It was so good.
And it was good. That was the best churro that we had the whole trip.
Oh, yeah.
Hands down.
Yep. I mean, tasted exactly like creme brulee.
Yeah.
And a churro. Like you
10 out of
dipped
10.
a churro in creme brulee.
And that was, I think, the secret.
Yeah.
Is that you took a churro and then you dipped it and covered it. And it was amazing. I still think about that churro, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, it was so good.
So to wrap up day one, Reach for the Stars.
Yeah. Those projections, though, obviously Happily Ever After I have that emotional connection to.
Sure.
Because Reach for the Stars didn't have, like, the song.
Right.
However, these projections, 10 times better.
No, the projections, you guys, are amazing. So out in front of the castle, there are 2 castle pillars. And those pillars, the walls come out and open up. And that's where they have all the projections. So for one, because again, Main Street is way back yonder.
Way back.
These projections are not going nearly as far.
Yes.
So they're much more crisp and precise. And they covered like every nook and cranny of that castle. I would also agree with you that the projections are probably the best that we've ever seen.
Like, I just think of the one Baymax scene with the microbots, how the entire castle was covered with microbots and the way it just moved. I was like, mind blown.
And also, I will say this is the only time that we saw anything Avengers.
Yeah.
And it was a really, really, really cool moment with Iron Man.
Oh, yes.
But this is the only time you saw any Avengers.
Yeah.
So... Anyway, that was day one. And I think our approach was, let's try and do as much as we can because we're not sure what the rest of the week will look like. But then, we just kind of did as much as we could, but also knew there were parts of the park we never even got over to. And we were really glad that we had a second day. And I would also mention there were some pretty big key rides that weren't even open while we were there.
Yeah.
One of them was Pirates of the Caribbean, sad face. Big Thunder Mountain, your favorite, another sad face.
Yeah, 2 big rides that weren't
Dumbo
even
was
open.
closed under refurb. So like there were some things that were closed and it still felt like there was more than we could do in one day.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And then, we're tired, feet are hurting, we're jet lagged. We were back in our room, people, in like 10 minutes.
Literally from the time that we left the park to getting back to our room was probably, 10 minutes. Because part of that is, so the park closes at 9 o'clock.
Yes, it does.
So do all of the shops.
Yeah.
Now, you do have a couple of the shops on Main Street that will stay open until about 9:20.
Maybe 9:20.
But even 9:15, Main Street, like the Emporium, they're like, get out.
No, doors are shutting and they're kind of working everybody out and on their way out the door. So, pro tip, if you're hoping to do some last minute shopping, late night shopping after the attractions close or after the show, guys, it doesn't work that way.
That's not happening. Yep.
It's not. Like, you literally have time to walk out of the park through the shops if you want and then buy something on your way. But you can't just go hopping from store to store and hanging out in the Emporium until 1 o'clock in the morning, burning the midnight churro. They don't do that there.
No.
So anyway, day 2.
Yep. DisneySea.
DisneySea. We do not have happy entry.
We do not have happy entry, which means we got to the park an hour and 40 minutes before the park opened.
Yep.
And even then, we were in a very long line.
We were. And again, it's the same thing, you guys. Everyone brings their mats. They just sit down and you just wait together.
Yep.
It was very organized and orderly. I didn't feel like once they opened up that it was this mad rush or anything. This is one thing, not only in the parks, but also I would say Tokyo as a city. Everything just flows. It just moves. And I think people are the same way. And that was really refreshing because I was a little worried, like, what is this going to be like when we get in? Are we going to be like 15 minutes late? Are we going to be able to do anything? No, everything moved. And surprisingly, I felt like, what did most people rope drop? Spots to watch the parades and the day activities. Like a lot of people just went and threw their mats down and popped their umbrellas and just laid down and took a nap.
Yeah, like, do not underestimate. People in Japan, in Disney, are not afraid to wait 3-4 hours to secure their spot for whatever it is.
Yeah, they just go camp out and then they chill. But I would also say there are a lot of mats that are just left unsupervised all day because, again, people respect it.
Yep.
No one's going to move your stuff. No one's going to take your stuff.
No.
It's really awesome and really refreshing. People are honest and they respect each other, and I loved it.
Yeah.
But we had the bright idea that we were going to rope drop Rapunzel's Lantern Festival.
Yes. So, backing up really quick. So, your DPA passes, so again, the ones, the Disney Premier Access, the ones that you had to pay for, there are a lot more in DisneySea. Yeah. And the only reason we got to do as many rides as we did is because we paid for all of these passes.
Yeah.
So we kind of budgeted. We went over budget.
I mean, we did try.
But
we really tried. Like, we thought we're going to go to Rapunzel's Lantern Festival right off the bat. Knock that one out of the way so we don't have to pay for it. But, like, how many are there? Like, Rapunzel's Lantern Festival, Peter Pan's Neverland Adventure, Soarin' Fantastic Flight, Toy Story Mania, Tower of Terror, Journey to the Center of the Earth. And then 2 shows, Believe, Sea of Dreams, and Dance the Globe. Like, those are all ones that you can pay for.
Yep. That pretty much you have to
and
pay
you
for.
kind of have to pay for them.
Or you're waiting 2 hours in line.
Right. Now, there are some options with the free anniversary pass. There's Turtle Talk, Nemo and Friends, Sea Rider, Raging Spirits, Indiana Jones, Adventure Temple, The Crystal Skull, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. But, like, I don't know. We really did try to come up with a plan to avoid buying as many of these, but it kind of was inevitable because we only had one day here.
Which
was one problem. But also, you guys, like, it is not easy to navigate DisneySea.
No, for whatever reason, my mind could not figure out how to navigate this park because it kind of has multiple levels.
Well, it's shaped like a banana.
And at one point, I was on the bridge and I was like, how did I end up here? I want to be down there. There are no stairs. How do I get down here? And, like, my brain just, I could not navigate DisneySea.
No, well, and again, it started off at the very beginning because, again, best of intentions were like, we'll go to, like, Rapunzel's Lantern Festival. It seemed like a great idea at the time until we realized how freaking far of a walk that is.
No lie, from the point that you scan your ticket to get back to Fantasy Springs, it is probably a 15-minute walk.
Yeah.
Easy.
You're almost a mile.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even kidding you.
Like, Tokyo, where we stayed, the Tokyo Hilton Bay was on the back side of Fantasy Springs Hotel.
Which I guess I just didn't take an aerial perspective or view of what we were trying to accomplish. I mean, it really had the best of intentions. And I will say it was great that we could walk through the whole thing and see most of the park and kind of take it all in. And guys, like, it's magnificent. And you're going through the Miracosta Hotel and it's gorgeous and massive.
Yep.
And again, the scale of all of this is enormous. And it has this feel of like an Italian village. And, you know, then you're in like this volcano and the crater of a volcano. And then you come around there and you're in like Arabia. And then there's like this wild stuff. And we still haven't even gotten to Fantasy Springs.
Yeah.
And you get there and you guys, it is every bit as magical and incredible as the pictures you've seen or what you've heard about it. Like, it's immersive. It's magnificent. But it is a long freaking walk. And we walked all the way back there. And the ride that we went back there, it wasn't even up. Because we thought, you know what? We'll buy Rapunzel's Lantern Festival. And then we were going to rope drop Peter Pan. But I just thought, like, we'll ride one of these early. But it didn't work out. It was a comedy of errors. So I think we ended up doing Raging Spirits while you were taking some pictures. And Raging Spirits is cool, you guys. Like, it feels like the Indiana Jones mine train ride over in Paris. Like, it's intense, and there's a loop, and it was cool. Really fun.
Yeah. So we were able to get Rapunzel's Lantern Festival DPA pass for $9.10. Our free 40th anniversary pass, we did 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. We bought the DPA pass for the nighttime show, Believe Sea of Dreams. And then here's the thing for DisneySea. A lot of their shopping, you need a standby pass for.
Which I'm so glad that you figured that out beforehand, because we would have been heartbroken. And I know that there were some guests who were when they tried to get in later. And there was no passes left.
So there is a gift shop back in Fantasy Springs. So I was like, well, while we're back here, I was like, let me just get a standby pass, because like, we're back here, we might as well go to this shop. And I'm so glad we did, but we'll get to that later. Yeah.
So like, you got some great content, some B-roll. Again, we rode that ride and it was fun. And we're like, hey, we're back here anyway. We ended up getting another DPA pass for Soarin' Fantastic Flight.
Because it's 9:10.
Right. And that one had a long line very quickly. And that one is not as far in either. So I can see why that one fills up fast. But we did get to ride Rapunzel's Lantern Festival.
We did. Yep. So 9:10 rolls around and we get into Rapunzel's Lantern Festival.
You guys, I loved it. I know there's some criticism out there that it's too short. And would I have loved if it was even longer? Yes. But I honestly, I didn't feel like it was too short. I loved it. I thought that it was beautiful. I loved a lot of the effects with it and stuff, and coming around the bend and seeing all the lanterns. Like, I cried. But I love Rapunzel and I love Tangled.
Yeah. So I absolutely loved it too. And I say this gently. I feel like it didn't live up to the hype. And not that it's overhyped. I don't know. I still loved it. Yeah. Absolutely loved it. I just feel like maybe overhyped.
Okay.
I don't know. But
it's fine.
It was still great.
Everyone's entitled to their opinion.
I'm saying I still loved it.
No. I thought it was great. And we did end up getting to ride it again one more time. And I'm so glad we did, because it was just as good the second time. And I loved it. Yeah. So anyway, we finally used our pass for the Fantasy Springs shop.
Yes.
Which I'm glad we did.
Yeah. So this shop had all of the sparkling, some of the sparkling Jubilee merch. So I'm glad that we got to use the standby pass. But we come home, like back to the US, to find out that the shirt, the ears, the locket, maybe not the locket, but the shirt and the ears for sure, we got those the day they came out.
No, I think it was just the spirit of Walt smiled down upon us and said, hey, I'm going to make the timing line up. And it was great. But that shop was insane.
Absolutely insane. Like, that, I think, is the place where I felt the most claustrophobic. I was like, there are so many people in this store. Because
they hand you a basket as you walk in. Yeah. And again, it's in the shops, you guys. This is the one spot where it is just not enough space. And you've got people bumping into you with baskets. Yeah. The whole time. And it was just nuts. And you just kind of have to, like, grab what you can when you can. So I don't know. It was nuts, but we
Yeah.
did it. And then we got to go and see the rest of Fantasy Springs and the water features and Ariel and Sorcerer Mickey and Arendelle. It was really cool. It's gorgeous back there.
Yep. So an hour goes by, so it's 10:10, so we can buy another DPA pass. So we bought a pass for Journey to the Center of the Earth.
Yeah.
So
we did.
More on that later.
We went and did single rider for Peter Pan because it had finally come back up because it was down first thing. And you guys, this ride is fun, and it's way better than the Peter Pan in Disneyland. I thought it was great.
Yeah, so I was nervous about this one because I had heard that it was like a motion simulator, and I don't do well in those. So I was like, you guys just go ahead and do it. You guys single rider. Yeah. I'll stay back. And I just took more pictures and took in Fantasy Springs because Fantasy Springs, I think, is my favorite land.
Really?
It's so gorgeous.
It is. It is, though. And they have the whole Pirates area for Peter Pan there. Skull Rock is there. The ship is there. The Jolly Roger. Like, it's legit. So I have 2 thoughts on this. Number 1, single rider line is awesome here. Just do it. And it's so much faster. And I think there's a lot of times that you can just take advantage of it, and not many people do. Number 2, as soon as we got off this ride, though, I was like, you have to come. You have to come ride it.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that you did. And I don't know, when you went on it, did you feel like it was as bad as you were fearing, that you felt okay?
There were definitely times where I had to close my eyes.
Right.
There were definitely times where I was like, ooh, if I don't, then like I'm going to lose it. But it was not nearly as bad as it's not Star Tours where it's like jerky.
Correct.
I think it's just more of it is very immersive, and it was very easy to like forget where I was. And like Peter Pan flying around, I think is what got me the most.
Well, and I think the other thing with this that would probably help is that your ride vehicle is moving as well. You're not in a motion simulator, just stationary.
Correct.
It is taking you around. And there was a lot to see. The decorations were really cool and stuff. And again, there are a lot of screens, just so you guys are aware. But it is a very fun ride. And I think they did a great job with it. And I felt like that was a ride that was different than I'd ever experienced before. Yeah. So it was cool. That was fun. So after we did that, we could pick another 40th anniversary pass, and really the only thing that was left was Turtle Talk, so we picked that up for later. But we actually
didn't end up using it.
Right.
I had picked it up just to have it, but we didn't actually end up using it.
I'll tell you what we did use, though. We used the opportunity to get our first popcorn bucket because we just gotten off Peter Pan, and we kind of were scoping it out, seeing what popcorn bucket we might want to take home. We did get the Peter Pan popcorn bucket, and it was adorable.
And it lights up.
It lights up. It's so cool. And also they had a garlic shrimp popcorn, and I tried it, and you know what? I liked it.
It was different.
If you guys like top ramen, especially like the shrimp flavor, that's it.
Yeah.
It was delicious.
Yeah. It wasn't my favorite.
Well, I got to eat a whole Peter Pan popcorn bucket full of garlic shrimp popcorn.
You pretty much did eat it all yourself.
And it was awesome. And I will just say that Tokyo is Popcornville.
Yeah.
Like, there's tons of flavors. There's tons of buckets. There's tons of tongs and all sorts of fun stuff. If you're a popcorn person, this is your heaven. This is where you belong. And it was great.
Yeah. So at this point, I realized that we needed a pass for more shopping. So I was like, oh crap, I need to grab a shopping pass for the Emporium.
Yeah, for the freaking Emporium.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, so I grabbed a pass and strategically picked it for the evening. That way we could do it right before Believe Sea of Dreams.
Right, which I think was a great move, by the way.
Yep.
So now we did 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, and I think this is where our day started to get away from us a little bit because we had kind of stacked our rides. And again, this is where we just kind of underestimated, is that the right word? Underestimated the size of this park. And to go back and forth and to get from one place to another, this is where it kind of got away from us a little bit.
This was the day, actually, I think any day in Japan, I think this day we did the most steps.
Oh, without a doubt.
Throughout our entire trip.
Wasn't even close.
Yeah.
So we did 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, which was very, very cool. And for everybody who got to do it in Disneyland and then like threw a fit when Nemo's submarines came in, I kind of get it now.
If it was anything like this 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, absolutely. Because I was like, petition, get rid of Nemo and bring 20,000 Leagues Under this version of 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
It also helped that it was down in the crater of a volcano. So you really did feel like you were going down into the depths of the sea. Like, it was crazy cool.
Yeah.
We got some caramel popcorn. So we tried that. That was good, pleasant. Yep. And then we went over to Mermaid Lagoon, but we didn't do any rides.
Yeah, it's just because there's like a couple, 3, I think, of like the smaller, like kind of kiddie rides in there. So we really just went in there to check it out. But it's really cool.
Mermaid Lagoon's legit, you guys.
It's so awesome. You legit feel like you are under the sea.
Yeah, no, and it's all underground inside. Yep. And it just has like this giant whale that is a gift shop.
Yeah.
And it was nuts. Like, it was just such a cool area. Like, just even that was almost more immersive than decor than what we're used to in our domestic parks. It was really sweet.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Yeah. We got some snacks. We got the sea salt ice cream, and we got the mini ice cream bar that was peach and raspberry flavored. Delicious. Yep. Those were both great. So now it was time to go back and do Soarin'.
This one caught me by surprise as well, because like I just figured it would be like Soarin'. And, you know, it's like getting on a flight. But no, this one's all decorated like an Italian museum.
Yeah, and at first, I think when we were talking about it, we're like, hey, if there's 2 rides that we're going to cut, or if we have to cut any, let's cut Soaring, because it's probably the same as the U.S. parks.
But it wasn't.
And let's cut like Toy Story Mania, which, funny enough, we ended up going on both of those.
We did.
But I'm so glad that we went on Soaring Fantastic Flight.
Yeah, it was really, really cool, you guys. And there are some differences. But starting out in the queue, you really feel like you're walking through a museum and it's talking to you about the history of flight. And I would compare that queue kind of similar to Dinosaur, actually.
In a sense, yeah.
Yeah, it felt, you know how you have like the Natural History Museum feel with the dinosaur skeletons, kind of similar, only it's about the history of flight, and it was really neat. And then also the pre-show, they have a pre-show.
The pre-show, obviously not in English, so didn't know exactly what they were saying, but this pre-show was awesome.
It was very cool.
It's no
lots
Patrick,
of special effects, but it was awesome. And then when we got on it, the surprise was there's no Paris in the Eiffel Tower.
There is no Paris scene. Instead, you have a Tokyo scene, which makes sense.
Which is cool.
So then instead of going up the Eiffel Tower, you go up the Tokyo Tower.
Yeah, it was really fun.
Yeah.
Loved it. Super cool. And then we did Journey to the Center of the Earth.
We did.
That one was fun.
That one was fun. And that one kind of starts off a little slow, and then all of a sudden it's like test track.
Yeah, and it's wild, though, because like this is the volcano.
Yes.
And you're like, I mean, it takes a lot to get down there.
Yes.
And you're boarding elevators, and then like you're on the ride, and it's like you said, starts out a little slow, and you're like, what are we doing? Then all of a sudden you're like flying out of a volcano.
Yeah, you're like, there's this monster that all of a sudden I'm running from.
Yeah.
Which that nuts. Animatronic, huge.
That was enormous.
Massive.
Yeah, I did not expect that. And this was the moment that I felt like, you know what this is? It's kind of like if you took the space and size of Disney World and its parks with the volume of rides or attractions of Disneyland, but with like the level of decor and like animatronics and other things of like a Universal or an Epic Universe. That's kind of what this park felt like.
Yeah, and I can see why it's people's favorite. To your point, it's the perfect blend of everything.
Yeah, it was really nuts. So, you know, we got a late lunch at Zambini Brothers, which is an Italian place. I thought it was really good. And they have this, like, pizza bread thing. It's delicious. Jeremy loved it. We ended up going back and getting him another one later. That's, like, what he wanted for dinner was just, like, this tomato pesto bread. Yeah. It was good. But that's where we tried the cookie and cream churro.
Yeah, the cookies and cream churro.
I thought it was good. I tempered my expectations. I did not expect them to be great, but like it was good. And again, it was warm. Always eat them warm, people. Always mobile order. Always eat your churros warm in Tokyo Disneyland.
Because you can mobile order here.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
And what else you can do is you can get some little green dumplings.
Yep, these are the little green alien dumplings. So it was one kind of vanilla custard, one chocolate, and one strawberry.
Yeah, And it was really tasty. Those are fun. And I can see why they're such an iconic treat. Mm-hmm. I mean, they are kind of the official treat of Tokyo Disneyland.
Yeah.
The only other note I would make about the restaurants and mobile ordering and things is, guys, they do not do a lot of alterations here. So just be aware.
Yeah.
It's pretty limited. And even when we went to get burgers and stuff the day before, like I just wanted no sauce on there was like a chicken sandwich. I didn't want tartar sauce on it. And they're like, no, we don't do alterations here.
Yeah.
So just be aware of that.
But also, while we're on the subject of mobile ordering, mobile order early. This is not, even sometimes in Disneyland, you're like, oh, the mobile order's like 20, 30 minutes out. On a bad day, you're like, oh, Jolly Holidays, like 45 minutes out. No. This mobile ordering is like an hour and a half out. So, like, plan ahead when you're mobile ordering. You still have the option to stand in line, but then you're standing in line for 30 minutes. Mm-hmm. So, just definitely plan your mobile order ahead.
And it is hard when it's your first time at a park. It's hard to be able to plan out your day like that and to think, okay, well, I'm not going to walk back and forth and do all these things. You just kind of have to roll with it. But yeah, plan it out as much as possible.
Yeah.
So we did Toy Story Mania. Mm-hmm. Thought it was good.
It was exactly the same.
It's good. It was fun. Woody's face is kind of creepy as you walk into his mouth, but it's okay. Whatever. Fun. We did Aquatopia.
Yeah, and the only reason that I really wanted to do this ride is because it is closing for good in September.
Yeah, they're going to reimagine the space.
The whole space, yeah. So I was like, well, we're here. Let's do Aquatopia.
That's the longest line we stood in, like, the whole trip.
It was probably like an hour and maybe even a little bit longer than that.
It was all right.
Did not live up to the expectation. I mean, and there's certain parts of the ride, like one part there was a waterfall and another part there was water that kind of like had like a little squirt.
Yeah, squirt at you.
I think there's different tracks because at no point did we get anywhere near that waterfall. Because I remember we got off and we were like, wait, we didn't even see this part of the track.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It was weird.
It was weird, but we did it. And I would say I am all for changing Autopias to Aquatopias.
It's fun. And then we read an article that in, I think, July, August, and September, they do like a super soaker. So, like, you get completely soaked going on that ride.
I would love that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So this is the part of the episode that we've kind of been dreading because there are a couple very important people in our lives, you know who you are, who told us that we absolutely have to ride Sinbad.
And we did.
And we did. And I'm not saying that we hated it. I'm saying that I don't know that we understood it. And I'm sorry. Don't come at us. We still love you. Forgive us for just not catching the vision. I mean,
it was cute, but like,
was.
I don't know. It's okay. So for those who don't know, Sinbad, it's kind of like It's a Small World. Yeah. Essentially, but you follow this one...
Or like the Three Caballeros.
Yeah, you follow one character kind of throughout, and it has little tiny animatronics and different scenes.
I mean, the animatronics were cool, but it lost me at the giant troll.
I know, you turn the corner, and I was like, where is this giant green troll doing here?
I don't know. And I know that there are two people in particular who are yelling at us through their speakers right now. I'm sorry, you guys. We really did try. And it was cool. I just didn't get it.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry.
I didn't either. It's okay.
It's okay. But
Forgive us.
Ride Sinbad. Tell us what we're missing. Just be kind. You guys, we really did try.
Yeah.
Maybe it was the heat and the jet lag. I don't know. Anyway,
we
got some milk chocolate popcorn too.
Yep.
That was good because, again, we ate as much popcorn as we could.
Mm-hmm.
And then, Jeremy and I went and did Nemo and Friends Sea Rider. That one is a motion simulator. That one, but it's big. It's a lot bigger than like Star Tours or anything like that. So, I mean, again, some cool special effects things that happen in the queue, which was fun. I think you definitely could have done it, but it was, again, a motion simulator and stuff. But that part was good. And by this time now, we're like, all right, we need to make our way over for the nighttime shows. So we did our Emporium shopping.
We did with our pass.
With our special pass.
And again, there's no sneaking in because you have to show your pass before you get into the store. And then before you check out, they have to scan your QR code.
Yeah.
So even if you were to somehow sneak in there,
You're don't have a QR.
Nope, you don't have a QR code to scan.
I mean, it was good. It's just, again, it's a Disney Emporium shopping, like, if you want your merch from Tokyo DisneySea, like this is where you have to get it, but it's kind of tough that like they have to do it. But again, like I say that, and I'm also the one complaining about how packed all the shopping places were. So if it's nothing more than just crowd control, I guess I have to be grateful for that. Mm-hmm. So at that point, we got to watch Believe Sea of Dreams,
which is kind of like a much bigger version of Fantasmic. You have water,
yeah,
and you have floats.
Yeah, kind of like Fantasmic at Epcot in a way. Like there's a bunch of...
You mean Hollywood Studios?
No, Fantasmic I know is at Hollywood Studios, but if you put Fantasmic at Epcot in the lagoon.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Lots of floats,
yeah.
but like the floats, you guys were incredible.
Yeah.
Lots of really cool projections on the volcano, and they incorporated the classic princesses and stuff. Like it was very cool.
They had Coco.
They had Coco. They did. It was really cool. A very, very cool show. And also the thing that I loved is it is immersive because they are casting projections onto the Miracosta Hotel behind you. So it was really, really a cool landscape to see. And then we just grabbed some dinner at Cafe Portofino.
Yeah, before we headed out.
Because again, we were tired.
Yeah.
The only thing that we didn't get to do that day that I really wish we could have was to go on Tower of Terror.
Yeah.
We had a pass for it, and then it went down for a little bit, and then when it came back up, it was on the other side of the park, and it just didn't line up.
It just didn't work out for us, unfortunately. But
otherwise, we were able to do almost every ride there. It was a grind, and we had to pay for it literally.
Yes.
But it was cool. Mm-hmm. An amazing park. It's just, guys, it is so big.
Yeah.
It is so big and spread out. But, I mean, what they've done there is absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
Just mind-blowing.
For sure.
All right. If you're still with us.
We have one more day.
One more day left.
Yep.
So we're going to go through our last day at Tokyo Disneyland and then give us some closing thoughts.
Yeah. So this one, again, we had happy entry so we could get into the park 15 minutes early. We showed up about 8 o'clock again, and we could already tell we were a little bit further forward in the line. So we already kind of assumed that it would not be as packed of a day.
And it was not. I think of all 3 days, it honestly felt like, wow, this place is empty. Yeah. And you guys, again, I don't know how many people this park can hold, but like if Disney World and Magic Kingdom can hold like 80,000, like these parks can hold over 100,000 people.
Yeah, for sure.
And this one felt just very relaxed. So again, Wednesday was the best day in terms of crowd and stuff. And so once we got in the gate, we went ahead and bought a DPA pass for Harmony of Color Parade. And then we bought a DPA pass again for Baymax because we really wanted to do it again. And our 40th anniversary, the plan was for Pooh because, again, we didn't get to ride Pooh and his honey hunt the first day.
Yep.
And we knew we had to do it.
Yep.
But Pooh was down.
It was down for probably the first hour and a half of the park opening.
But it came back.
It did. So we originally got a pass for Haunted Mansion just to have it. And then when Pooh's Honey Hunt came back up, we canceled our Haunted Mansion pass.
Yep.
And we got the free pass for Winnie the Pooh.
So you can cancel your passes, people.
Yeah.
I learned that.
Yep, we did.
But we rope dropped Beauty and the Beast because that's what you do. And it was every bit as magnificent the second time. I get chills, goosebumps. It's amazing.
Yep.
And then
we did Splash Mountain again.
We did Splash Mountain again. Riding Baymax, you guys. It's just so much fun. I love it. But yeah, so then we went to the actual pop shop where the popcorn is like all of the things there.
Yep.
We got the cheddar cheese popcorn, which I really liked. I guess I'm a very savory popcorn person.
You are. The cheddar cheese wasn't bad.
But you got the strawberry Neapolitan popcorn.
That was my favorite.
Yes.
The strawberry Neapolitan was so good.
I have to say, I felt very classy eating popcorn with my tongs.
Your popcorn tongs.
And those popcorn kernels are fantastic. Like, they're perfect.
Yeah.
But sometimes I just get a little impatient. I just want to shove handfuls in my mouth. Anyway, I digress. We went to Toontown for the first time on day 2.
Right.
We never made it back there day 1.
Nope, we walked past it many times.
But Toontown's big, you guys.
Yeah.
Not a lot of shade back there, I will say.
Yeah.
But it was cool. I mean, it's big. We went on Roger Rabbit.
Yeah.
queue line was pretty impressive, honestly. It's a long queue line.
It's massive, yeah.
But that was fun.
Yep.
Did some shopping in the shops and stuff. And yeah, I don't know.
We went on Pinocchio. We went on It's a Small World again.
Because it was awesome.
And then I realized, again, the standby passes for shopping, you had to get a standby pass for the toy capsules, which is over at Treasure Comet. And this is one where I was like, we kept seeing the lines the first day. All morning we saw the lines. And I was like, you know what? We're going to get a pass and just go check out and see what this is.
Right.
So,
you guys, when in Japan, I mean, those toy capsules, those vending machines are everywhere. In the parks, outside the parks. But, like, this is what people do.
Yeah.
They're all for mystery boxes and toy capsules and just all the things. And so, yeah, we're like, well, we're here. We got to do it. We got to get a standby pass for it. So we did.
Yep.
And then we had to wait our turn.
We did.
Let the anticipation build.
Yep. We went to Plasma Ray's for lunch.
That was good.
It was a good, solid lunch. And then we finally got to go on Pooh's Honey Hunt.
You guys, if Beauty and the Beast wasn't as magnificent and a masterpiece that it was, Pooh's Honey Hunt might be my favorite ride then.
And if you've been on this ride before, the Tigger scene. Oh, I don't know how they did it.
No, it blew our minds. And we were able to go again later in the night. And still, like, it was just as cool the second time.
Yeah, because, like, you're bouncing, but, like, the screen is also bouncing. So it just, like, I don't know. I don't know how they did it. It was
a fun surprise. And I love the scale of it. And it puts all of our Winnie the Pooh rides to shame.
Oh, absolutely.
It was fantastic. That ride is every bit as legit as what people say it is.
Yep. And then we did the Harmony in Color Parade, which was...
With our reserved seating, because we're bougie on our mats.
Once again, reserved seating. So we had front row there.
That parade was fantastic.
So fantastic. I mean, the floats. Again, you had Up, you had Mrs. Incredible, you had Baymax. Yeah, Princesses. It was so great.
It was awesome.
It was definitely hot, and they were telling people, they were like, don't forget to hydrate. Like, make sure that you are drinking water, because it was hot and there was no shade.
But I will say, like, the dancers and the other performers between the floats, guys, they blew my mind.
And their costumes.
They're incredible.
So incredible.
Loved it.
Yeah.
So because it was hot, we went back to Splash Mountain again. It's because it's what we do.
Yep.
We tried the Critter Sundae, which was really good. Ice cream and churro. And
yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of had a little bit of, like, granola on the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was fun.
It was good.
It was different.
We went back and did Haunted Mansion again.
Yeah.
We did Alice's Tea Party, which is the teacups.
Yep.
Which I was like, if I'm going on this, because one in Tokyo, fine, I will go on this. I was like, we are not spinning this thing. These teacups they have to be going faster.
No, I guarantee you guys, like, I will bet my reputation on this. Those teacups go faster than any teacups go here. And we were the, like, odd ones out there. Like, our teacups not moving. Because, again, we're trying to, like, make a business decision here. Everyone's going bananas.
Like, so fast. Like, there's 3 people in the teacup that was next to us. Like, and we watched them the whole time.
I don't know how.
I'm like, how are you not dizzy getting off of this ride?
How are you not dead?
Well.
Like, they were going and spinning so fast. You guys, nothing spins as fast as those teacups.
Yeah.
They just go faster. It's crazy. We tried the alien encounter.
Yeah, we wanted to check out the alien encounter because this day we were like, we wanted to do more rides and more shows. So this was like Turtle Talk.
But with Stitch.
So obviously we didn't get called on because we only speak English. But they also take pictures. So our picture appeared on the screen at one point.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was cute.
It was cool.
It was cute.
We ended up doing Star Tours, which, again, nothing any different, but it was fun to do that. And this is, again, you guys, like, on Star Tours, you always end in a shop, except in Tokyo.
Yeah.
You guys, there's the only Star Wars things I found there was they had a small little end cap that had a couple generic plastic lightsabers.
Yeah.
Not the Legacy hilts, not the hardcore Galaxy's Edge stuff. And this is just, it is what it is. There's no Haunted Mansion merch. There's no Splash Mountain merch, which if I had one thing I could wish for, I just wanted Splash Mountain merch. They don't have that. They don't have Avengers.
Yeah.
It's different. And I don't know. It was just very surprising to me because Star Wars in Japan is actually huge.
Yeah.
Just not in the parks.
Yeah. So then it was time to use our toy capsule standby pass.
Yeah.
So you need cash for this. You
Gotta
cannot
have
use
cash.
a card, which we did have cash, and you could make change if you needed to.
Yeah,
but
you
we
have to
actually
use coins for it.
We had the right amount of change. But essentially, like, we're going in this completely blind. Like, we don't even know what is in these toy capsules.
Yeah.
So we turn the corner and we find out that they're bags, because in Japan, the reusable bags, that's what you do.
Right.
So we found out that they're bags. So there's 4 total. There's a Baymax, there's a Big Thunder Mountain, there was a teacup, and there was, I forget the last one. But anyway.
This is what people had to get a virtual pass for.
Essentially a virtual queue.
This is what people stood in line for.
And I was like, this is what we stood in line for?
But this is something that we're giving away over on Patreon, which is a brilliant segue into a nice introduction to come find us on Patreon, become a free member, and right now you can be entered to win a little merch pack from Tokyo Disneyland. And one of those is a toy capsule that we stood in line for you.
Yeah.
Because we love you.
Yeah. So from the toy capsule, we did Cinderella's Fairy Tale Hall.
Really cool.
This is where you go inside the castle, and it essentially tells the story of Cinderella, but through different art pieces and sculptures and paintings.
It was impressive and magnificent. Like, you had to get on an elevator.
Yep.
And then they let you off like a couple floors up, and you walk through, and there's like really cool artsy displays. There's some really cool magic that happens along the way. You get to try on Cinderella's slipper, like we made our 17 to be 18-year-old son try. And then you get to sit in like the throne. Yeah. We took some magnificent pictures.
Yeah, it was great.
It was great.
Yep. We did Pooh's Honey Hunt again. We stood in line for that, which it was only about a 30-minute wait. It wasn't
really
too
wasn't
long.
bad. Totally worth it.
And then we got the apple caramel churro over at Gaston's Tavern.
It was good. I was pleasantly surprised. It was really tasty. I thought it tasted good. It
was not my favorite.
I liked it.
But that's okay.
So we went on a Beauty and the Beast ride one last time.
Yep.
It was magnificent.
And then we went on Jungle Cruise to end the whole trip.
Yeah, well, so here's what happened is you did some shopping. Yeah. And we were like, hey, we haven't even been over to that side of the park. So we ran over and we went in line for Jungle Cruise. And when we got on, like, the ship or the boat wasn't that full. But again, everything's in Japanese, okay?
Which is why we'd never made it a priority.
However, one, the energy is awesome.
Oh, yeah.
And they will indicate to you when you need to clap and laugh at them. Yeah. It's fantastic. But also this Jungle Cruise is Jungle Cruise on steroids. Yeah. It goes clockwise instead of counterclockwise around the river, which feels different. But there are so many fun surprises and special effects and other little extra things. This Jungle Cruise is the best of all the Jungle Cruises. And one of the funnest parts of all is that when you get to the sleeping zebra scene, all of a sudden it starts playing Lion King music. Right? I don't know why, but I'm here for it. I can't live without it now. It was amazing. The only thing is they don't do the backside of water. Yeah. But it's okay. It doesn't matter. But it was so good. And it's like 8:58 at this point. Like, the park is going to close and you're waiting for us.
Yeah, so I had finished up my shopping and you guys came off and you were like, no, there's nobody in line. There's like 5 minutes left. Like, let's go. You have to go experience this. I know,
and like the Jungle Cruise skippers, the cast members are like begging anybody to go on. Yeah. We get on, there's only like one other person on there with us at that point. Yeah. And I tell you what, it's the end of a long day. Who knows how many times that they have gone through this whole thing. We don't even speak Japanese, and it didn't matter. Nope. High energy, expert performance. Again, she would like nod at us whenever we were supposed to laugh or clap. It was unhinged in the best way, and I loved it.
That was great.
So cool.
Yeah.
And then we had to go.
I mean, we continued on our trip, but we had to leave Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. What are your closing thoughts with all this? Maybe let's start with the parks and then we'll do like an overall experience at Disney in Japan.
Yeah, so I think some additional things to note. We talked about the queue lines. Don't let the queue line deceive you. Like, it is kind of like a funnel where you start big and then you kind of funnel down into one line. And we very easily we filled an empty space like we were told, and we took a line that said it was 45 minutes down to 30 minutes.
Right. It was great. I would say that we were able to do almost everything, but again, it's because we paid for it.
Yeah.
We knew that going in. We had budgeted for it on the trip, and I know that Tokyo Disneyland gets a bad rap for one, being very busy and being impossible to navigate if you don't pay for rides.
Yeah.
I don't think that is true. I think it depends on the day you go.
Yeah.
Go in the middle of the week. And also, like, yes, if you want to ride everything, I would say be prepared to pay at least for some things.
Yeah.
It just made it possible because, again, it is so big. There is so much.
Yeah.
So it just is what it is.
Yeah. One thing that we didn't talk about merch-wise, bag charms.
Yes.
So many bag charms.
Yeah, well, and I think it's a cultural thing because, again, like, so many people in Japan just dress very nice but very modestly in colors, like muted blacks, whites, grays. Kids going to school, they're all wearing the same uniforms down to the shoes and even the backpacks. So the bag charms are how they express themselves. Yeah. And I love that there were so many.
I almost wish we would have bought more. I don't know what we would have done with them, but I almost wish we would have bought
I got
more.
A little Mike Wazowski, and he's got dangly legs, and I love him.
Yeah, and then you got the little...
The shoulder pals?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got some of those, too. I got, like, a Mickey Jubilee bag charm.
They're awesome. So much fun. One surprise, I mentioned there's no Marvel. I mentioned there's no Star Wars. Y'all, there's no villains.
No villains.
I mean, like, yes, you see Captain Hook because he's part of Peter Pan's story.
Yeah.
But, like, you don't see villains. There's no villains merch.
I think the only other time we saw villains was in Reach for the Stars. You did have a little bit of Ursula.
One section
at
of
one
Ursula.
point. But, like, that's it. Like, even in your shows, you don't really see villains.
No Scar.
Nope.
No Dr. Facilier. I mean, there's really no Princess and the Frog at all.
No.
It was just different. I guess I kind of forgotten how much we over here in the domestic parks embrace the villains.
Yeah, I mean,
like, we all have a favorite villain.
We're getting a villain's land.
Yeah, we're building a whole land for these baddies.
Like, and that's just not
Japan,
a thing.
No, they don't do that there.
Yeah, and we already mentioned this, but the costumes, they're just not just in the parades, but even the cast member costumes. Like, one of my favorite ones, it's so simple, but transportation, the end of the night at the monorail, the cast member is in a vest that is covered in monorails.
No, they're really great.
Cute.
They're really, really great. It was awesome. And I would say our stay at the Disneyland Hotel was fantastic. These parks are made to cater to a lot of people, and I think they do it very, very well. I don't know. We already spoiled it, but, like, I found myself being so happy there, and there's a variety of reasons for that. But the biggest one I would say is that when you go to Disney in Tokyo, the cast members are so happy. Everywhere we went, and I know we stuck out because we look very American.
Yeah.
But everywhere we went, they were waving at us. Not just in the morning when you walk into the park. Everyone waved at you all the time. Before they sent you off on the ride, a lot of the rides, they had like a little special chant or cheer. They waved at you. They smiled at you. And then it wasn't just the cast members. Like, everyone was so happy. And I realized this is the Disney that I wish we still had here.
Yeah.
And I'm not being critical of the amazing cast members and everything that they do here. It's over there, you could just tell that they are treated better. They're paid better. Their costumes were better.
Yeah.
And I guess it just kind of broke my heart that here we've kind of lost sight of that. And I wish it was better for our cast members here because I saw it and I felt it and I experienced it again. And that's the magic. And it's still there.
Yeah.
And I loved it. And I love that the people are so kind and so happy and that they respect each other. And it was hard to come home because I really loved it there.
I know, as much as we have talked about wanting to go back to Paris, and I still do, I really want to go back to Tokyo.
Yeah. And there were some moments, you guys, that we gave out some stickers and we had some pins from our podcast, and just to like give those to people and have those cast members be so happy.
Yeah.
And like not even be able to know what to do because they were like looking for something to give back to us. I'm like, no, you already did.
Yeah.
By just being here and letting us come be a guest in your park.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. And, you know, I just wish we could bring that here, and we can try. And, you know, for anyone listening who is a cast member, we love you. We thank you for everything that you do.
Yeah.
It was just awesome. So if you're ever on the fence about going to Tokyo Disneyland, do it.
Do it.
It is worth the experience. It is worth everything. We had such an amazing and beautiful vacation and trip to Japan in general, but Tokyo Disneyland did not disappoint. And I already am sitting here thinking about when we go back again, what I want to do.
Yeah.
So anyway, amazing.
It was great.
Arigato.
That's it for this week's episode. Don't forget to rate our show on Apple or Spotify or wherever you listen to podcasts. Subscribe to support our show on Patreon. Check out our t-shirt shop, Shop Threads of Imagination. And until next wonderful Wednesday, TTFN.